We're here and we're live. We made it, Rachel.
Made it.
Did you happen to go to the same hairdresser as Carolyn went?
I did. I did.
It's looking fab. It's looking fab. I love it. Okay, guys, welcome everyone. This normally takes a few seconds to catch up, just to say that we've gone live. It's been an incredible day so far. We've had loads and loads of calls supporting you guys, our leaders, in your leadership journey. And we've had a few calls this morning, actually, going into our rep team as well, our rep Facebook group, just to highlight to them the opportunity of becoming a leader, because we know it's so good, and the opportunity right now is even better. So yes, we've got people joining us now. Can you see the comments now, Rachel, popping up?
I can.
Have you got a couple of whoops there? You've got a couple. We've got Carolyn, we've got Cara and Sophie. Hello and welcome to our call. So guys, you may have noticed there's a bit of a theme going on today. Every call follows on from the previous call. So we had Rebecca going through some hints and tips at 12 o'clock. And then the lovely, gorgeous Carolyn was with me just a minute ago. And we were talking about how you can seal the deal. So you've gone out, you've recruited. Somebody said, yes, you've got a lead. And then Carolyn talked all about what that next step looks like on how you can convert them into becoming a rep and joining your team. There was lots of information to take from that call. And then this call with my gorgeous guest, Rachel Halsall, is all about how you then set up your reps for success. This is probably the most important part of obviously that journey, and how you can make sure they start their business strong from day dot. So Rachel, over to you. Do you want to tell us a little bit about you, who you are?
Okay, so I'm Rachel Halsall. I've been with Avon since 2016, and my highest title is Principal Leader. I can honestly say it's a life change. I know Carolyn said it before, but it definitely was a life changer for me. I was working stupid hours. I was heavily pregnant with my little boy, and I just needed that little bit more comfort. So I quit my job and I joined Avon. So I joined Avon and quitted my job at the same time. So I jumped straight in at the deep end, and it was definitely the best decision I ever made for me and my family.
Wow. Look, I've had 3 guests on 3 calls, and all 3 of them quit their job and moved to Avon full time. That's amazing. That's amazing. What was the biggest kind of like what made you do that? What was it? Is it the freedom, or
it was? I worked in a nursery, so I seen all the parents missing the first steps, missing the first words, missing the first everything. And I was like, I don't want to be like that. And like, it's each to their own, but I just didn't want that. So because I was ready to drop basically with my first. Carolyn wasn't the first person to approach me about Avon either. So, and
okay.
Which was there was another lady that approached me, and I was like everyone else. I was like, not a chance, go away. I'm not joining Avon. Leave me alone. Yeah. And then Carolyn contacted me probably just at the right point, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to give this a try. And I did, and it worked out. I've never looked back. I'm looking forward all the time.
Good. And well done. You've done so well. You've achieved so much. And I've spoken to you a couple of times, Rachel. And every time you're like progressing, and you know you've come in on these lives more, which is great. And I love that you're helping everybody else, you're supporting everyone else by sharing your tips, and that's what it's all about. You've got a couple of more hellos going on. We've got Megan and Marie, Catherine in there, Ashai, maybe that is. She's saying learning so much information thanks to you all. That's great. That's what it's all about, guys. We're here to support you as much as possible, but not hearing from us trainers is the people who are actually out there doing this, who are really helping to support you guys as well. So Rachel, as my kind of intro, thanks for introducing yourself. So like I said, imagine you've had that, as Carolyn was saying on her call, you've had that really good chat. You understand about this person, you've got to know them a little bit more, you've built that relationship with them. So what do those next steps look like for setting up your rep for success? What's the kind of first thing that you would kind of ask this person or do next?
So for me, we've signed them up. They've done everything. So for me, the next best thing that I want to ask is I want to ask them why. I want to ask them why they want to do Avon. Because for me as a leader, I need to know, am I helping this person to build a massive business? Are they wanting the same as me? Are they wanting this to be their full-time income? Or am I helping someone with a little hobby, just a little bit of side money to take the kids out on a weekend? Or there is potential where some people don't want to sell to wide people. They just want to keep it close to friends and family.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't, the reason I need to find that out is it's very important because it all gives me what training that person needs. So for example, someone that just wants to do friends and family, I wouldn't train them on how to get out there and find loads of customers and build a team. So the training that I send to people once they've joined my team, it all depends on why they want to do Avon. So for me, that is the most important thing. I need to know why they want to do it.
I love that. And so you tailor their training based on why they've joined Avon, what they want out of this.
Pretty much,
and,
yeah.
And that helps you to establish like how much time they're going to put into their business. If they're, like you said, if they want something really big out of this, potentially down the road, because it doesn't happen like that overnight.
No.
But if they go on, sorry.
No, so it's like, so yeah, if someone signs up and they go, right, why do you want to do this? Yeah, I want Avon to be my full-time income. I want to quit my job and I build a massive team. For me, I would spend more time on that person training them how to get out with the brochures, how to do online, because they need that confidence online and offline to be able to recruit people later on. So they would get the full training. But then someone that was like, oh no, I'm just interested in this and a little bit of extra money. Yes, I would train them on both online and offline, but it wouldn't be as, you have to do this. This is what you need. It'd be more relaxed.
Okay, great. See, that's good. That's a really great tip because you're kind of tailoring it to each person, and that's really important. That's really important. And like, honestly, can we all put our hands on our heart and say that is the way we set up our reps for success? And if it's not, then that's something that you can change and kind of implement, like just like what Rachel's been explaining. Okay, so you've understand why they've joined, what they want out of Avon. What's your next step from that?
Okay, so just one little thing on that as well. You don't want to overwhelm someone. So like if someone joined Avon and they said, I don't want to sell online at all, and then you start sending them loads of training on how to sell online, you're going to overwhelm them and they're going to be like, oh, this isn't what I asked for. And that's why quite a lot of people tend to be like, oh, I'm not doing it, because they're being overwhelmed. So that was just another little thing on that, what I wanted to say.
And
so my next,
Rachel, that's a really good point. It's a really, really good point. I think if bombarding them with too much information too soon will just turn them away. So yeah, absolutely.
Oh no, go away, leave me alone.
Yeah.
So you got to go at their pace. But what I would do is then I would add them to our fantastic Look Fab Feel Fab group. Gotta shout that out. And then I would then, for the first week or so, they would get contact from me every single day. So I'd send them things like how to set up a customer list. So that's one of the first things that I do say to them is do yourself a customer list. Find out who your friends and your family are, potential neighbours that you think, oh, that lady over the road loves a big lipstick, or that lady over the road, she always wears amazing perfume. Write them on your customer list, because then that way you've got potential customers that you can go to before, where previously you'd be like, I don't know who I'm going to sell this to. Do your customer list. And that's the one thing I do with my new reps, because then it opens their eyes and it goes, oh, I've got quite a few people I could give a brochure to. It makes them see in a different way. So that's how I set them up. I'll set them up, find out why, and then we go straight into a customer list and then setting up Avon social, things like that.
Amazing. Wow. So what's that initial getting them started? How long does that process normally take you, like to get all the information across to them?
The initial sign up, it's just like a few hours, but if you want to, my big thing is retention. I'm obsessed with retention. If I want people to join my team, and I want them to stay. I've got quite a lot of ladies that have been with me since 2016, and they're still with me now.
Amazing.
I pride myself on my team. My team are amazing. I can't knock them. They are the best. So yeah, I've gone off, haven't I?
You've got off on one. That's fine. You talk about retention. Why is retention so important
my
to you?
retention is good to me because you don't want to be spending all that time with someone for them to just drift off. So the training, this is why you've got to fix your training to different people, because they're liking the training that you're giving them, they're succeeding from the training that you're giving them. You're going to have retention because they're going to want to stay. They're going to want to sell these products because they're finding it fun and it's not overwhelming. So retention for me is a massive thing. So that you have to get that bond with the representative, no matter if it's your first representative or your 200th or your 1,000, you still need that bond with them so you can keep that retention, because retention is massive.
Amazing. So like, that's incredible. Like, well, retention should be massive as always, but we do know people do drop off for many reasons.
Yeah.
And I think definitely if we try to tailor it to each individual, that for me is a massive pull out. That's a key thing that you've just said from this call as well, like amongst other things that you've said. So okay, in their day one, you've obviously got their account up and running, you've gone through that who do you know list, you get them to send that digital brochure out. And I remember you saying, like, why'd you do that there? Send the digital brochure out there and then?
It's important to send the digital brochure out on the first day for me, even if they say to you they're not interested in online sales. I do say to them, for your first week, please give it a try, because they have the potential to get sales in the first week while their kit's not even been delivered to them. So before they've even had the brochures or before they've even had the kit, sending out that instant brochure to friends and family, people they know and trust, that could give them the commission to pay for the kit. So this is why I say to my reps, download Avon Social, download Avon On, get your instant brochure out, send it to your who do you know list, and then more than likely, before your kit even arrives, you've already got the commission to pay for it.
Boom, boom, Rachel. I'm just pulling on a question that's come through the chat box. So Becky's just asked, is there anything you particularly do to encourage retention? Is there anything else?
I don't know. I just think I have an amazing team. We're in contact with each other. We have a group. I have a WhatsApp broadcast. So any updates, any training that they need to know, they know it. It's just, I don't know. I honestly can't. It's one of those questions I'd love to be able to sit here and say, oh, I know why I've got the retention. I just think it's mutual respect between me and my team. They love what they're doing. I give them prizes and recognition, and I make sure that they feel amazing, because there's nothing worse than when I was in a 9 to 5 going to work, working your off and not getting recognized for it. Where in this within Avon, you get recognized for everything. So I like my team to know, because Carolyn does it with us. You know, even though you're part of Avon, you're still part of my team. So thank you. So it's just
thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Becky's also put incentives. Maybe do you do anything like that as well? Incentives
we
is
do
a good
lots
one.
of incentives.
Yeah, and I think going back to Becky, what you've mentioned, I think what Rachel said right from the very start, it's about tailoring your messaging or the way you train people or what information you've given them based on what they've said to you. So if they want something, a big full-time career out there, if they just want to run this along their other job that they have, if they just want to sell to their friends and family and just have a few extra pounds in their pocket, how can you tailor it for each person? Because what this person here wants, that's going in full steam ahead and wants everything, is not going to be the same as this person who just wants an extra £50 a week or whatever it is. So yeah, I think that's a really, really great tip as well. So, okay, in their first week, how often do you contact them in the first week? Sorry, you might have already said this.
In the first week, I contact them every day, every single day in the first week. And then it drops in the second week, so I'll contact them 2 to 3 times. And then it's just basically how they want to do it. So they can contact me whenever they want, and my team sometimes contact me at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's fine. I'll pick it up in the morning when I wake up, because I'm exactly the same. If I've got something in my head, I need to get it out. So my team know they can contact me whenever they want. But training wise, the first week it's every single day, and then it goes to 2 to 3 days, and then once they've been with us for months, it's message in the beginning of the month, message at the middle of the month, message at the end of the month.
And how do you contact them? What's the method of contact?
My preferred method is WhatsApp, but not everybody has it. So I do have a group on Facebook, so I'll post the information there, but I will also forward it up with WhatsApp. I just find WhatsApp so much easier. You can do broadcast messages, which is just one message. It goes out to everybody. It's easy.
Yeah, I love broadcast. No more groups. Broadcast is the way forward.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Okay, is there any other questions you kind of ask at this stage when you're getting to know them and you're setting them up for success? Is there anything else you would want to ask them or get to know?
Just how are they getting on? So like, are they liking it? You've got to make sure that you're asking them, are you enjoying it? Are you loving it? Because if they're not enjoying it, they're not going to stay with you. So if they're not enjoying it, you need to be like, right, how can I help you enjoy it? Tell me what you need from me. For me, it's just about being there as a leader, making sure that you do what you've got to do by training your teams and making sure that they have all the tools that they need to be successful, and then you just be with them along on their journey. And there's nothing else that you can do more for them than that.
No, you're absolutely right. No, you're good. And you mentioned at the beginning, so if you recognize people want to, I don't know, maybe they do want digital, maybe they don't, they just want to go down that paper brochure route.
Yeah.
At some point, because as a company we really focus on our reps to be hybrid reps, don't we? Where they're using multiple channels to sell their Avon products. So is that something you would introduce to them?
Oh yeah, definitely. If someone turned around to me and said from day one, I just want to do brochures, I respect that, and I'm like, right, okay, I'll show you how to sell brochures. But once they're starting to sell from brochures and they're starting to be really successful from it, I then turn around and say, do you fancy being a hybrid rep? And they're like, what's that? So that's when you say to them, well, hybrid is you sell online and offline, and this works the other way as well. So if I have someone that just sells online, I would say, do you want to be a hybrid and use brochures? I would always introduce it to them. 9 times out of 10, because they see the recognition. And when I do my recognition in my group, if there's a hybrid representative, I will write at the side of their name hybrid. So I do get quite a lot of people say, what's a hybrid? So I'm introducing it all the time. So whether I'm introducing it on my group for them to ask me, or whether I'm saying to them, right, you're doing really well with this aspect, now let's introduce hybrid to you. So I do always introduce it, but I make sure that I give them what they ask for first, then introduce that later.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so is there any other tips that you would like to share? If you was one bit of advice you could give to everyone who's watching us today, what would that be?
Don't give up. I joined Avon and I did leadership, and it wasn't working for me as I thought. So I quit leadership and I went back to being a rep. And then I thought, why did I do that? Literally a month later, I come back, and I never turned back since. It's not easy work. You have got to work for it, but it's so rewarding when you do. So my tip is new leaders or leaders that are established is just don't give up. Keep going. You will get to where you want to be eventually. I promise.
And you will. It's just, and like we said, I think we've said from the last 2 calls, it's about respecting that person, finding out about them, building relationships, and not going in for the kill straight away. It's like really getting to know them, isn't it? I think that's really important, a key point. And then I think from what you've said today, Rachel, is it's about breaking it down into manageable chunks and not over bombarding them with too much information, because I know if that was me on the other side, I would be like, I wouldn't even.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah. And I think that's where that retention piece comes in as well, where they just think, well, I'm just getting overwhelmed, it's too much. So you need to really tailor it to each person as well. So Rachel, your energy has been on fire today. You've been absolutely brilliant in sharing lots and lots of tips. These calls are snippets of training for you guys, but obviously there's more things out there to support you, which I'm going to tell you very, very soon. But we really appreciate our guests that have joined us on every single call today, because you're giving up time in your busy schedule to come on and share with everyone what's working for you, how you run your business, and sharing your hints and tips. These are from you guys. They're not from us. They're actually what you guys are doing. And I think it's absolutely phenomenal, Rachel. I can see your energy is just there. And I would want to join your team. I really would.
Thank you.
I really would, because I can see you're very passionate about it and you're fully behind it, and I can see that. Rachel, I'm going to ask you a question. We didn't even discuss this, but what have you got any goals of where you want to go with everything this year?
Yeah. I want to be up there with the ambassadors. I want to be up there. I want to be one of the top. For me, I went to Lisbon as a guest. And I got to speak to like Kathy McGee and Zoe Davis, and just listening to the stories and speaking to inspirational people like that. That was it. That day I went to Lisbon, I signed, sealed, delivered, and I was like, I will be up there with the best of them. And that's
Rachel, you will be there.
Stopping.
Pop some hearts in that chat box. Rachel can do this. Come on, guys, let's support Rachel. You can absolutely do this, guys. Okay, so I'm going to just finish off quickly before we all go, just with some tools that are there to support you. So if you feel like you need some extra support with that training and where to start, then check the new rep checklist. It's on Avon Connect. Just type in literally new rep checklist and it will pop up. There's even a goal sheet there to support as well. There's that whole Kickstart module on Avon Connect for new reps joining, so it can help you to see what's on there. Remember to tailor your training for each person as well. So if there's certain bits that you want to direct them to, then know where that information is. Know where those digital guides are, or those pieces of training, the modules on Avon Connect. That's really going to help them. And if you've listened to my last 3 calls, you're probably going to say, Ruby is saying the same thing over and over again, but we're leaving everyone with a challenge today. Rachel's up for doing this today as well, aren't you?
Definitely.
So we would love everyone to send out a message on your Facebook groups or on Instagram today saying that you are looking for brand ambassadors. You can say, I'm looking for 5 of my friends or your family members, whichever, to trial a few of my Avon products. Show a picture of what that product is. So these can be surplus stock that you have at home, you know, the bottle of fragrance or Skin So Soft or an eyeliner that you're happy for someone to try, and to give you an honest review on how those products are. That's all they're doing. They're reviewing that product. And then they leave that review and you post it on on your Facebook group with them tagged into it. Okay. And then simply add on the end who's in. So you've got 5 spaces. Now, what this will do is it will open up opportunities for people to come on board, try that product, leave a review, and it can either lead to a sale from that person because they'll love it so much they'll want that product in their hand permanently, because you take away that product away from them after, or they'll end up, you can talk to them about the opportunity in becoming a rep as well. It works. We've known leaders who've tried it and it absolutely does work. So give it a go, and let us know in the chat box after if you've done it, because we will be shouting out some names on our 7:30 call later on this evening. But from myself and Rachel, we just want to say a massive thank you for being on our call. Thank you for all the comments. Carol's put it's a brilliant call. So thank you, Rachel, for everything you've shared with us. And we really do appreciate it. And we hope to hear from you soon, and go and smash it, guys. You've absolutely been brilliant. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.